Spawning in the top left, it is Harley.
Who's Harley?
Uncle, you know Uncle Harley. And starting in the bottom right, it is Tree Man.
Well,
That's it. And my co-host here is Aiden Larson. Say hi.
hi.
That's right. So we got both early scouts for both. See what happens. But about the players, let me see here.
Who are you talking
So
to?
I was talking to Treeland earlier, and he said he pretty much got this tournament in the bag. But when he was about to play, he said, I don't know, I haven't played for a while, so I'm not sure if I'm going to win. Now let's see what Harley's doing over here. He is building a proxy barracks. Now last time he had a proxy barracks, he didn't get very aggressive with it. But will my brother realize there's no way for my brother to know about the proxy barracks. He's building one here. Yeah, if you scout a Terran base and they have no barracks there.
Hey Dad, are you bad or good?
I'm not playing.
Huh?
Who do you think's gonna win? Treeland or Uncle Tree or Harley?
I think Trailing.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's the account cast. Uncle Tree's gonna win. Let's see. Oh, two. Oh, what else is this? Cheese. Oh, Proc Supply Depot.
Who's that?
Signature move. This is Harley.
Is that Harley right there?
Let's see. Yep. That's Harley. This is Uncle Tree. Let's see. How's Treeland? So Treeland is preparing to build for the expansion. And let's see, he has a Zealot and a quick 7 score, so he probably will be able to take Harley's shenanigans.
He's big, isn't he?
If he decides to get.
Isn't he big at all?
Harley, so he's just leaving this. He's not building anything else, and he's just leaving these guys here.
Who are you talking to?
The screen. I'm talking to Facebook. The probes is chilling.
I thought you were talking to me.
Oh no, I'm talking with you. So we got a complete wall off. That's pretty good. Got another barracks. Harley loves his bio ball. And I'm not expecting a super exciting game because both of these players are pretty passive and defensive. Looks like Harley's building his second base sooner. Got an adept. Huh.
I bet Harley's gonna win actually. I bet he.
Do you think Harley's gonna win now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But because he's little or big?
Who's little?
That guy? Isn't that Harley?
This is Harley. I guess they're both kind of the same size right now.
Is that Harley right there? Is that the human he is?
No, that's the robot.
So
another barrack. So Harley has 4 barracks. He's going strong bio. Now for Protoss, if Protoss can easily counter bio if they scout it out in time.
Can they kill?
So Harley confirms that.
Who's calling?
Harley confirms that there is a second base coming up. So about that. Building a factory now. But Tree Man is building defenses up. Let's go back to everyone.
I don't have the hiccups.
You don't have the hiccups. And Aiden no longer has the hiccups. So everything's going good. Upgrades. Harley has the concussion shell. So basically he doesn't have a Marauder out, so he can't really take advantage of it.
Now who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Facebook now. Game.
Without me?
Yep, without you. So the Marauder was able to slow people down to a crawl. It's well worth the money. It's only 50 minerals, 50 gas. It's very cheap, fast upgrade, and it's super effective. Oh, and Trion's going Dark Templar. Woo! Now Harley has no detection besides the scan, and he only has one scan left. So if Trillin is aggressive, he can use aggressive. Oh, don't leave my arm.
Why?
Because you have to use the mouse. So if Trillin, so that's a really nice Dark Templar, but I wish he was moving out and at least scouting with the Dark Templar, if not killing some probes. Because the longer he waits, the more scans are getting saved up. So, Dark Templar, awesome. Why is he still at the base? I don't know.
Is this a?
And Harley, if he's paying attention, now knows that there's Dark Templar.
Hey, Dad.
So, will Harley respond? Let's see. Do you think Harley will respond to Dark? Ooh, Liberator. Harley makes even though Harley, I don't think Harley saw a Dark Templar because he's not building any turrets. Nor is he building any Ravens.
Hey, Dad. Why do you like to play this game so much?
Oh, it's fun.
Is it better than Minecraft?
Oh yeah, way better than Minecraft. Because it's a lot of strategy, and you get to face people, have fun with your friends.
Is it better than the other StarCraft?
StarCraft 1? Yeah, I think it's better than StarCraft 1.
This is the most coolest game ever.
It is the coolest game ever.
But what about Uno?
Uno's pretty good, but I like this game more than Uno.
Why?
Because you have Marines, and you also have laser swords.
But you can win on Uno, remember?
Yeah, I can win StarCraft too. So my brother has really nice Dark Templar, and they're on their coffee break.
Who's that?
Oh, I think I hear an explosion somewhere.
You want to see the explosion?
Oh, Harley found a gap in the defense, and also, Treeland does not like harassing at all.
What's harassing?
Treeland, and the hallucination chases off the Liberator. Good job, hallucination. Hallucination was well worth the energy. So even, what? You see anything?
I'm just trying to help you.
So, you want to help? No, my son's pushing random buttons on the keyboard, trying to help me. So my brother's mindset of the game is: you sit back in your base, build up an army, and then run at each other, without harassing or cheesing at all. And he kind of looks.
How do you run?
Oh, finally he brings out his Dark Templar. He's like, fine, you want to liberate harass me, I'm going to Dark Templar harass you. And that's a lot of Dark Templars. Now, my brother, he hasn't really scouted much at all, so he has no clue about Harley's other two bases. Harley's done a much better job of scouting, and Trino did not learn from the first time and did not get any stalkers up there to defend his mineral line. No. If you stop complaining about harassing and stop it, probably won't be as bad.
Button.
He has blink. I don't know why he blinked right there. He should blink past the wall. Blink past the wall. There we go. He's going to kill the army. He scanned, and it looks like it might be just it kills the entire army. Interestingly enough, that's cool. I love blink stalkers. All right, I hear that.
Are they good or bad?
So Harley wastes another scan. Oh, we'll hit a siege tank, so he didn't waste it.
Are they good or bad?
Well, I have never seen blink Dark Templars. Who's good? Good, Harley or Uncle Tree?
Uncle Tree.
Uncle Tree. Oh, Uncle Tree is the good guys. The good guys are winning.
Who are those people?
Those are the bad guys. Harley's the bad guy, I guess. So he blinks. That's so awesome. He blinks out of the view. Oh, but he turns them into. So to continue, we got Treeland made Archons. So he had Dark Templars, and he was just wrecking the entire Terran army because this is his only detection. And once he scanned, he would just blink out of the detection range and just start killing. And he was killing until he decided to make Archons. And Archons are not invisible. And so they just got gunned down because they really had no backup. So Treeland just made a mistake right there. Treeland could have just won the game right there. He just kind of threw away the game. Let's say, and gave Harley a second chance. Let's see if Harley takes that chance.
Is Harley the bad
Harley has 3 base, and so does Treeland. They both decided to make the 3rd base around the same time, although Harley made it a little faster. Let's look at army. So Harley has a huge army compared to Treeland. But workers is about even. About 26, which honestly for this late in the game is not that much at all.
Who has 26?
But both have almost.
Who has 26?
The good guys, Uncle Tree.
How much is 26?
But Harley's doing a much better job at building army. This is my brother's entire army. Although Templar greatly counter Marines because let's look at their storm. Creates a storm sonic for that lasts 3 seconds, causing 80 damage to all units in the target area. So he lays down a bunch of lightning strikes in about this area, and all those people take 80 damage. Is it over 80 seconds, or 3 seconds, or every second for 3 seconds? I don't know. Let's see. 80 damage to all units. So it does 80 damage over 3 seconds.
Are those the good guys?
Yep, these are the good guys.
The green people?
Yep, green people are the good guys. The white people are the bad guys. They're stormtroopers.
Is Uncle Mark bad?
No, Uncle Tree is good. See, these are the stormtroopers. This is the Empire right here.
Oh, but who's the?
These are the rebels. That's what we're gonna start with. Actually, no. If they were red, they'd be rebels. These people are the tree people. Tree man. People of the trees. See, they're green. Stormtroopers versus Tree Man. These are like the Ewoks.
But what's bigger?
But
Ewoks
Harley's building
a
Viking. I'm not quite sure. I like the choice of Liberator better. Because Vikings erase anything that goes into the air. And let's look at Harley's view. But Harley can see, Treeland has not built any starports at all, so I'm not sure why he's going Viking. Maybe he'll try to fly into Mineral Line and land them and harass. The Vikings are more for harass. And my brother is making Templar, although I wish he would make a little more army. I guess he's spending his minerals pretty good. But he guess he spent. Oh, he's going Dark Templar. Let's see. Has. I will structure that. Let's see. So structures. Let's see. Has 8. He does now have missile turrets, and they're. Where are his missile turrets at? Let's find his missile turrets.
Or missile turrets. Are those the bad people or the
So
good
his missile
people?
turrets are at the front. So let's see.
Hey Dad, are those the good people or the bad people?
No, this is the bad people. So Treeland's doing a lot of Dark Templar. There is detection towards the front of his base, but if he would drop behind it or anything, my brother Tree. Oh, so he's going to do some. He's tearing them. So these guys are more for harass. They can go down, shoot, and lift back off. Interesting choice for harass. I guess Liberators, from what I've heard, can't attack structures. Okay, that's why he picked this besides Liberators. He was going to try to snipe some buildings. So
Who farted?
Aiden just farted.
No, I didn't.
So Traylon is going to go try to harass the main base. He has not scouted out any of Harley's proxy bases. It looks like Harley is moving, and the army of the tree is going to melt.
Why does it melt to?
Because these stormtrooper marines know how to hit. GHG, so I think stands for GG. He's not even going to try to base trade. I guess he could try to base trade, but he's like, nope, I'm done. So that will conclude the first game. Now this is a best of 3, so this is quite the upset, because Traylon was supposed to win, and now Harley just needs to be one more, and he will move on in the tournament. This is pretty exciting. We have Harley spawning in the bottom left. Yeah. And then T-Man. Now Harley won last game solidly. Like, he was looking really good. My brother Tree said he wasn't playing as well as he have. So let's say if he's right, or maybe Harley does deserve to win. And he's just that good. He looked really in the last series, where it was only one game against Jade. He tore her apart, and this time he simply made more units and harassed Traylon better than Traylon. Traylon didn't harass that well, even though he had Dark Templars and killed all his army. He only killed about 4 SCVs when Harley easily took out 20.
Is that the good guys or the bad guys?
That's the good guys.
But
Harley, the Stormtrooper SCV, is just chilling back here, up to no good. Maybe he just sick of work, left work. He's mad. Nope, he was in here for a mission. Another proxy barracks. No, it's interesting. I've never seen someone do proxy barracks and then not be aggressive with them. And what usually happens is, in the Bunker League, I guess it is very popular to take your second base at a random base somewhere near your opposing ally.
It's like he's chilling.
And the reason why is because they are very unlikely to scout that base. And last game, my tree man had no clue about his other 2 bases. He only knew about the 1 base. So far it works, because he has a second base, and then when my brother scouts his 1 base, he doesn't know if it's an all-in, 1 base all-in, or if he has another base randomly someplace else. So let's see here. Now,
Don't take me over.
I'll take you over.
Huh? You will?
Whoa, be careful.
That scared me.
Right now we're going pretty easy. Who do you think is going to win this? The good guy Protoss, or the bad Stormtrooper Terrans?
I think the good guys.
Alright, that's it. He's going to win. He's going for a robo opening. He my brother is a big fan of ground units, the robo units apparently. And so it's the robo Protoss against Stormtrooper Terrans. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he is breaking down the rocks. See, another thing too is both of these guys really play on the ladder, and something. So how this tournament works is, or on the best of 3 is, one player picks the first. Look, yeah, no one getting through. That's pretty safe for a good while. So to get back on topic, let's say Traylon would pick the first map, and then Harley. Don't touch my arm, Aiden. would pick the second map, and then the third map would be on Neon Violet Square. My brother says, I don't care. You can pick both maps, Harley. And Harley picks two maps that Treeland does not know, and Harley obviously knows them a lot better than my brother Treeland does. Because this show, you have to know the map to know that that's there. He went straight there. And my brother, if he walks by and scouts that this is knocked down, he's not going to think second about it. This base is safe. He's never going to. I'm going to scout this, and Harley basically got a free expansion. My brother, having the same idea, although not as cool as Harley's, has a secret base on the corner. So we have two secret bases, and they don't know where they're going. We got the Immortal, and he's going for a robotics soon. He's getting charged. So I like this a lot. Charge lots and cyclone, whatever they're called, Colossuses are really good against Marines, because Colossus will melt Marines, and the only way Marines have a chance is to stem and attack the Colossus, because Marines will also melt the Colossus. But when you have a bunch of when the Stormtrooper Marines have a bunch of Zealots in their face, they're laser sword aliens. It's really hard for them to target down the Cyclones or Colossuses. So Treeland is countering the Fireball, the Stormtroopers, Harley's favorite build. Still, because Harley's still pretty new enough where he's kind of very one-dimensional play. There's only one way to play. So Zealot scouts this. He does not see this at all, and does not suspect anything at all. If he played the ladder a little bit more, he'd probably know that there's something fishy about broken down rocks, because this is what it should look like. But look at that. But the Zealot is diligently trying to find any proxies at all. And then we have another army moving out. They're going to meet up. I wonder what... So this is a pretty early push for this level of play. At the 7 minutes, we'll see how good it does. Both these players really like to sit back and just max up, and then, or not really max up, but get a lot of army and then just kind of run over. But we will see how my brother does with a little bit more aggressiveness. This Colossus, since it's basically see above the cliff. Usually, unless you have air, you cannot see on this cliff. But Colossus are considered so big that they can see on top of cliffs. It has to be careful because Marines will melt Colossus just as fast as Colossus will melt Marines. But he has no stem, so the Colossus will wreck the Marines. One Marine goes down. These guys are... Ooh, but he finishes it, the armory. But I don't think we'll ever get an upgrade. The Marines trying to get something done. This is pretty cool. He's just harassing the side of the base. Colossus. Now, a missile turret will go up. Since these guys are considered so tall, missile turrets can only shoot air, but they can also hit Colossus because they're so massive. So that will go down, and that will help take down the Colossus. But this base is happening. Oh, he's going to break down the rocks. He, yeah. Yes, he wants out now. These Colossus are, his army is really excited. Does he have Blink? He does not have Blink. But he is making some Void Rays. Maybe tank. And all his Marines are shooting down these illusions. This is the second time that the illusions and Tree Man's illusions are spot on. Last game, he had a Phoenix that chased away a siege ship type thing, whatever it's called. Oh, and these bunkers are out of range of these Colossus. Perfect counter. Now, we have a potential base trade coming. Now, this is pretty common when one army's, and this is a big map, so base trades is pretty common. And it looks like Harley will easily break through. Once the ship guy runs out of energy, it will OPT. Oh, nice! He knocked down the pylon, depowering the shield battery, even though it had no energy left. Oh, Tree Man's a good guys, but they're killing each other's bases.
That is long. Okay, that is big.
Not as big as these guys. We got a full base trade. Now, Freeland's army is a lot more powerful, but Harley's army is a lot more fast. So this will come down to is who finds the other base first. And it's a race to find the base. It's the base finding race. And it looks like Freeland is one step ahead with scouting stalkers, walking around looking for Harley's second base. Because those Marines came out of somewhere.
Tree.
Not know
Tree.
about that. This is getting pretty scrappy. Now, who found the base first? These probes escape with their life. They've seen nightmares. Sorry, Aiden's in my hand. They've seen a lot of nightmares. Those stormtrooper Marines. Uh-oh, it's getting close. Will these stalkers find Harley's secret base? And they will. And they meet with resistance. But now we got the whole Protoss army coming.
Oh, guys, a big people.
Unless Harley finds Trion's base soon, but no, he turns back to try to fight. Harley thinks he can win this fight, or he thinks last ditch. He doesn't want to do another base trade. He's going to fight. This is where the game ends. Someone's going to win. Unexpected SCV. Although Trion's army gets caught out of position, but these Colossi will make short work of the Marines. And then he wisely hides behind the more tanky Immortals so they can take hits. And that is the end of the game. It is now 1-1. This is exciting. Bottom right, we have Harley. Oh, and there's some smack talk going on. And on the top left, we have T-Man. And my co-host, Aiden, has gone to bed. We have a quick scout, although it's not that quick for this level. On this level, I usually say it is wise to scout this early on, especially if you're Protoss. Because there's this one cheese where the Terran of the Zerg pull all their workers and just attack the Protoss straight on. And since the probe's a little weaker than any other worker, straight on, they will die. And then you can win that way. So I always like to scout a little early just to make sure there's nothing that cheesy going on. It's also a good cheese defense or a good way to cheese. And it looks like he's going to put a proxy cannon right into the natural of Stormtrooper Harley's base. But it's not like he actually expands to the natural ever, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Trim will follow this up with a scout. Photon, ooh, a cannon rush. Mr. No Cheese. That's awesome. I love cheese. Treeland doing anything to win this round. And looks like there is a second Ope and his SCVs saying no to cheese. Just say no. Like, oh, is this T-Man or is this Dad? Oh, one SCV scouts this. He's just going to move along. Pylon is taken down, which is important. If his probe can't get up there, Protoss has a really cool building called a warp gate, and he can warp stuff power field. Alright, and so he is making a proxy barracks. And if he's done this last couple of games, but he mostly just builds this to defend his weird expansion because it's so far away from his main base. He builds a barracks first, not to put any pressure onto Treeland, but to defend his base. And Treeland is still behind on his tech, 3 minutes into the game, and he still only has a game. Treeland unfortunately put this pylon in a not very good spot because Treeland does not have high ground. So he cannot, oh shoot, get off of this. He cannot see up to here. So yeah, when you're ever cannon rushing this low, you never want to put your pylons or cannons near a cliff, unless you get sight by a ship or something. Is building a cybernetics core and it's super late. That's one thing with cannon rushes. Unless you're careful about it, it will put you behind tech-wise. But Harley is still on barracks and he's not teching up at all. Well, no, because he saw the cannons and ding a double reactor to put the cannons. So both of these are teching up super slowly. Getting shield batteries are the best. A lot of shield batteries. And I really like this. He's building 2 pylons just so Harley can't come in and kill the 1 pylon and then everything gets powers. Harley is very good at targeting down pylons. Now let's look at the workers. It looks like Treeland has a much higher worker supply, but Harley has a lot more army supply. This is pretty common in the matchup. Harley usually gets a lot more. Treeland usually gets a lot more workers, but Harley always has a larger army, it seems. But that does not take in effect all the cannons my brother has. With shield batteries, this will take Harley quite a bit to break through. But he doesn't really have to break through. He's still going to mine at the secret base. Although it'd be funny if he took the gold base. That'd be pretty awesome. But maybe he wants to hide a little bit more. We also have a mining here, and we just have a very, very, very tense divide right here. Treeland is mining this base pretty well. That's what I wanted. Income. And it looks like Treeland, of course, is getting more minerals and gas. Gas is important Protoss. Treeland is going with a robotics opening again. He likes his robotics openings. Harley is saying he's going to siege this. This is going to take quite some time to kill because all these shield batteries, but it will drain all these shield batteries. But when my brother's response, build a, ooh, there we go. He is building a warp prison. Are great because they can load them past the wall of the siege tank. The structures, let's see, gateways. She only has 6 gateways. And he has warp gates. He is going to have some drop play coming in. He has nothing loaded up into this yet. He will go towards a mineral line. Oh yeah. Harley is on top of this with a Reaper. Maybe. Harley is on top of this. I'm not sure if this will do that much. Because they're just sell lots, not charge lots. And this mineral patches, look at this. They're going single file to their death. These mineral patches work great for the Marines because they can shoot over them, and these Marines and Geisters act as a wall. That was very well done by Harley. Harley took down like almost 1,000 minerals, and he didn't lose anything. A great trade, a great start for Harley so far. He gets blocked in, but he sneaks a command center in, so he's not blocked in, not walled off like Treeland hoped to try to do. Harley has really good defense, and he is defending everything. And he is keeping up with Worker, but Treeland is catching up. T-Man. To continue to break out. This could go either way, but I'm liking this a lot better for continues to tear this stuff down. All of his hands. I'm building another war prison because he is not done yet. Harley has a really good defense coming in here. I guess if I was Treeland, I would get a war prison, but this time load some units into it, you know, like 4 stalkers. Because I don't think he does have charge, maybe Celex would work too. And then load them up in there, and then drop them down to help cover. And if there's a lot of Marines coming, you cancel whatever you're building, send the stalkers, warp them back into the warp prism, and run away before everything dies. And so you don't lose 800 minerals. That's what I would do. But I like his idea. That's my favorite way to break a wall. Like this Terrence, he really wants in. He's making a gateway army. He has no forge upgrades though, but neither does Harley. He finds a dark spot in Harley's base. He does not warp in quite yet. Oh, there we go. Siege tanks will see these immediately and say no. These have. He runs by a juicy SCV, kills 1, kills 2, and now meets a bunch of Marines, and he kills 1 Marine. That was not worth it. I do not think that was really worth it. Unless, let's see the army down here. Now, what I think would be really good, Chillin's the exact same thing, but while he's moving his units down here, he could have easily had this army right here come up and attack right here, and so the Marines had to choose. Should I defend my minerals or should I defend my wall? And Trillian could have done a lot more damage right there. Harley doing a counterattack from a secret. Trillian should know that there is a second base somewhere out there, because he's been watching the gate for a while, and all of a sudden, bam! Trillian has no clue about where he's going, so he knows something's up now. Attack. See, look. Teams weren't even distracted, and that arm was enough to break through. If he attacked while he harassed, his game more in Man's favor. Alright, now it looks like there's going to be a base trade coming on. Yep, there's no more units. Come out. Take down one stalker. So Harley might be able to pull this out. The stalker, 8 hit points left. But on the flip side, T-Man's base is going down, no question about it. This is looking strongly in favor of Harley. He's evening up the worker supply, and his army supply is still almost twice as much. Although he is leaving the simulator, which is not the best thing. If this comes down to a base trade, that simulator, oh, he's going to take care of it. So there is, oh, my bad. There is some scouting zealots that will scout where in the world is Harley's secret base. But they will be intercepted by the army, although one zealot escapes. But he will turn back around and try to run, but the Marauders have this, this Marauder has an upgrade, Concussion Shell, where it slows down every unit hit by it. And now, this is looking, Harley might win this series. It's looking highly in favor of Harley. Harley should win. He has siege tanks, which will, which will trade pretty good. As long as zealots don't get close, siege tanks do a lot of damage. He has a big bio ball. He has a lot of things. He's scanning for any additional bases that T might have. But he has a pretty good idea where he's at, where T has no clue. Freeland is pretty frustrated about this, as you can see, and Metal Wolf is laughing back. You never know where Harley's going to put his next base. It's pretty unpredictable. And what's funny is that they're neighbors. Will he scout this out? He should have an idea now. He doesn't know. If he was paying attention to that probe, he should know. This guy's coming back up. He'll fly over. He will try to warp in. Maybe. Alright, this is a really good idea. What I would like to see, though, is to warp in by the tank, so when the tanks shoot the zealots, they give friendly fire. Although the zealots will clean this up nicely. And this will go down. Technical difficulty. And these zealots will flank. Oh! So the fight is going back into favor. So Trillin is back into the game. Trillin has caught up somehow. Trillin will eventually take out this base. But Harley has some reinforcements coming in. Will this be enough to clean up his base, to save his base? Charge lots are scary. One thing he could have done, he knew he was going to lose that. He could have picked up his Marines back up again. Although that does take a lot of macro, and multitasking is not easy in this game. I can't blame him. The now empty Metafact now leaves. It's a shame. While the Protoss base picking up camp and moving. He leaves with his factory and orbital. must go down. Let's look at this. Worker supply. Treeland has much more worker supply, and that would be a great advantage if he spent his minerals. While Harley, although he doesn't have much of worker supply, he's doing a little better job. He has a lot of gas. Because he does definitely need some more workers. Let's see, let's look at production. He is building one, matter of fact, although he should be building at least 2 or 3. He has 3 command centers. Well, one's in the air. He should be at least building 2. He's not doing a very good job of doing workers. I guess this is why this is a Silver League tournament and not anything more. Both. One knows how to make workers, but struggles building it, which I'm at gold and I struggle spending all my resources as Protoss. It's hard to multitask. And Harley he's not really big on making supply depots, and these guys are on strike. We want more money. They want more free time. They're sick and tired working overtime. That's what's happening. Meanwhile, we got this army. Uh-oh, what's he scanning? Oh, he's scanning his main base. He's taking back his main base. Oh, he's taking the Treeland's old main base. There you go, that's fun. Treeland's army is desperately looking for... Treeland is watching his army. I'm watching, this is what my brother's seeing right now. And while he's moving his army around, they're not really fighting, he doesn't really have to macro them. Although he does know this is there. I wish he was spending plenty of resources to supply. And let's see, he has no warp gates. He has no warp gates. Oh, he has 6 warp gates. Never mind. He could be building more units behind this. He could have easily built more units intact with a stronger force. He also mismicroed his disruptors a little bit and brought them towards the front. Natural attack. So you do F2A and click. They'll run right in front of the Marines. And so a little bit of a combination of a little miss macro and not building as much as he should equals his whole army's dead. And Harley has 60 worker arms supply compared to 26. Harley should win. This Harley's game. Harley will take this. Unless there's some sort of miracle happens for Treeland, Harley will win this series. A major coming back. What we have is it's pretty even, but Treeland has a lot more workers, and he's spending his resources now. So this is going to go down. This is going to be a big fight pretty soon. They have both scouted each other out pretty much, although they both have a couple bases, but both main bases have been scouted out. This that probe will scout out this army, and he was paying attention. He was going to intercept it. I don't think this army is one good connection, and unfortunately, damage per second of this bio ball is too much. And the remainder of the starports, they go down. At least there's still pylons are acting to slow down the Zealots, really whittling down his army, but will lose their life in the process. A lot of Marauders. They will take down this last Stargate. There will be no more Stargate. Reinforcement of Marines is coming. Although Harley, even though he has plenty of minerals, is not building behind this attack. Might pay for it. If this doesn't work, because Harley really had that game. He had, at one point in time, had had a big army while Trillion's army was none. Trillion warped in a lot of stalkers, 2 colossus popped out, and Harley did not build anything behind his army for a little too long. Trillion finds Harley's production right away, and he will not be able to build fast enough to stop this army. And even though it looked really promising for Harley, uh, scraped ahead. This was a really close game, and I'm not sure if Harley back from this. That worker supply that just tells the story. But I believe Harley would have won if he was a little better at building behind his attacks. Let's look at him right now. So there's something you can make control groups. For example, he has a control group for 2 of his command. That's really smart. He has no anti-air, so you can't kill that. He has a command group for his medevacs and both of his command centers. But he had no command group. He had no command group for his barracks. And so, if he had a command group for his barracks while he was attacking, he could have pushed, let's say he put 4, he could push 4, then push, I think it's A hotkey for Marines, and just click A, and he would have repelled that last attack, counterattack of Trillion's, okay, and we could be seeing a different game. And now, I'm not sure, let's see, what does Harley have? Harley has a factory, which he is building Hellions now. I think he forgot about the factory for a while. Although, also, while I'm here, you know, something that's really good against Zealots is Widow Mines. Widow Mines do a lot of splash damage, and they actually counter Zealots really nicely. So when his Zealots would come in and kill his Marauders, Harley, this might work. Oh, there's some action over here. This command center is not having the best of. But I would wonder if Marauders and Widow Mines would counter this army pretty well. Because the Widow Mines would take care of the Zealots, and then the Marauders would take care of the Colossus. He will land his. Oh, and Trillion will watch this base burn, and Harley's nice enough to land it in sight of T-Man, so that T-Man can watch the base burn. That's very polite. Harley's last hope is up here in his production. He still thinks he can scrape by somehow. He has some mining right there. Mining up here. He takes that base again. Spotted again. Everything will die. All the units will get back. That thing's gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is over. And either Harley thinks he really does have a chance somehow, or Harley's just making this game go longer just to trill him. He will land the burning base, but he will build Trill and lets us live, but Harley's can take advantage and build a single SCV to try to repair it. Also, the mule can repair if you really wanted to repair it faster. He has plenty of energy. He could call on some mules to repair it if he really wanted to. Although Trillin finds that Harley has infested his natural, if you want to call that. Not really, took it over. But it will quickly die. We should lift this up. Trillin is really having fun. But I'm pretty sure that wraps it up. I think Harley should have won. He just needs to work his hotkey. Trillin has no hotkeys. I'm not sure how he's playing this game without any hotkeys. That's a lot of clicking. Hotkeys, it's what saved your life. Because imagine, you're over here fighting, haha, and then while you're fighting, you push one. Let's say you want to build some stalkers. you can press your hotkey for armies, maybe 2. Let me follow these guys. Hotkey 2, and then push CCC. All of a sudden, you're building 3 Colossus, and you're still paying attention to your army, and you can still win. And now you're building units behind. So I'm not sure how Treeland is playing without any hotkeys. That's pretty talented. I think he'd be better if he played with hotkeys, but no, I guess it worked out for him this match. Harley, though, if he could figure out how to build his army behind his attacks, so whenever his army died, or if his army dies, he can not die, or he can reinforce his army to finish out the game. So I really feel like around the 20-minute mark or 18 mark, he was in the advantage and could have won. And I think this is going to be it. Harley is going to make his game last as long as possible by building. Can't really build anything else, but he's going to hide every building he can, and you have to see how angry he gets. And so Treeland wins this match, and he will go on to the semifinals. But Harley could have easily been in the semifinals. Harley did a lot better than I expected. Alright, and that should round it up.